We moved a hell of a lot of dirt to find the gold we did. And to be honest, we had a hard time making money, even finding over $1 million worth of gold.
The original welcome stranger was melted into gold bars, worth nearly $3 million today.
Why are we standing here? Let's go find some gold.
Anyone who has seen the Gold Rush show must definitely know the famous John Schnabel and the star of the show, his grandson, Parker Schnabel. After developing an interest in mining minerals at a young age, Parker didn't hesitate to take over from where his grandfather left off.
Well, my grandpa ran a gold mine for the last 20 or 30 years, so I just grew up on the mine site with him and screwing around, riding motorcycles, learning how to run equipment.
Not only has he made a name for himself in the mining business, he has also amassed a great fortune. But how exactly did he get into the game? And has he been able to surpass his grandfather's legacy? Join us as we uncover how Parker Schnabel became the richest person on Gold Rush. Parker Schnabel, the star of Gold Rush. Parker Schnabel has always been known for his extraordinary achievements in gold mining, which have set him apart in the industry ever since he became involved in the business. But before joining Gold Rush, who was he?
I mean, it's a very intense business that's, you have a very short amount of time. Like, we have 4 months to basically make, all the money that we can in a season.
Starting off strong at a young age, Parker has followed in his grandfather's footsteps, dominating the world of gold mining. By the age of 24, you'll find it impressive that he was able to mine over $13 million worth of gold, creating a record he would end up breaking at a later date. His first independent mining season alone yielded 1,029 ounces, and this proved his ability to effectively manage operations from such a young age. But that was far from how it started. By the age of 5, Parker was already working for the family business, absorbing the fundamentals of gold mining and developing a strong work ethic that would serve him well in the competitive industry. Initially, he considered pursuing a degree in geology or mining. However, he ultimately decided to invest his college fund into launching his own mining operation in the Yukon. This was his way of showing his determination to succeed in an environment where emotional resilience is essential, much like those coping with emotional dysregulation in the borderline personality disorder. But his leadership skills quickly became apparent when he took over operations at Big Nugget after his grandfather's retirement.
Parker, you don't know how pleased and proud I am of you. Just 4 years ago, you started to mine and you got 100 and some ounces, and you were quite pleased, but you were going to do better.
This decision became a turning point, showcasing Parker's entrepreneurial spirit and willingness to take risks. In the Yukon, Parker collaborated with notable miners like Tony Beets, which further helped his mining career and provided useful mentorship. As an investor, it is essential to avoid gold IRA scams while considering opportunities in precious metals. As the operator of Big Nugget, his grandfather's mining company, Parker implemented innovative techniques that have greatly enhanced gold extraction. And it didn't take long for such amazing feats to be discovered by the right audience, which would definitely serve as the young miner's ticket to the big leagues. When he took over as head of operations at the Big Nugget gold mine, he was an ambitious teenager with a purpose and a plan towards becoming the best on the field. The budding entrepreneur was also determined to find his own success in the industry he's been exposed to since he was a child. He showed that by using the money set aside for his college education by his parents and investing it into the creation of his own mining business. At 18, Parker left home and moved up to Canada to dig in the Klondike region, leasing ground from the legendary Tony Beets. But that was just the beginning of a story filled with successes and record-breaking achievements. Although Parker worked harder than anyone else, his incredible success in gold mining can be attributed to his appearance on the popular reality TV show Gold Rush.
Gold Rush has been airing on the Discovery Channel since 2010. That's a long time. So it's now, what, over 300 episodes and counting? The job sites you're on are pretty remote, from what I understand.
Gold Rush is a popular reality show from the Discovery Channel that originally featured crews of gold prospectors that had little to no experience. But as they learnt to succeed in the world of mining and extraction, their yields started to net some significant worth. The show follows a group of miners visiting strange new locations, meeting new people, and then mining the grounds in the areas. After Parker became a part of the show, his journey was documented as he led his crew in search of gold, facing numerous challenges and unpredictable weather conditions. On the show, Parker found himself and his team continuously surpassing other miners and rivals, raking in gold worth more than any other mining. His determination, expertise, and relentless pursuit of success earned him a loyal fan base around the world, as everyone was excited to see him in action. So far, Parker has appeared in every season of Gold Rush, but his efforts in the first season were strictly that of an advisory role. But in Season 2, Parker's grandfather granted him ownership of Big Nugget Mine, and that was the stepping stone he needed to climb to greater heights. If you consider all of this, it's actually not surprising that Parker Schnabel's net worth is now estimated at $8 million as of 2023, largely thanks to his successful gold mining operations and appearances on reality TV. Parker's age and popularity on Gold Rush set him apart from his other castmates. So much that in 2017, the Discovery Network decided to focus on him by giving him his own show.
What drives you to continue when so many others have failed?
You know, I'm driven quite a bit by my family. You know, they're hardworking, and failure is just not really an option.
The launch of Gold Rush Parker's Trail helped solidify his star power as a miner. The show follows Schnabel and a small crew as they trek different parts of the world in his grandfather's honor. He explored the Klondike Trails, South America, and most recently, Australia in last year's season. Parker has been on Gold Rush since its inception, and he's racked up some big cash. He was already a millionaire entering his early 20s, and the Discovery Channel network pays him a nice $25,000 per episode, according to The Things. This impressively high number goes to show how important he is to the show and what he is worth at a ripe age of 25. Adding to that, Parker also executive produced 14 episodes of the most recent season of his Discovery spin-off show. The spin-off proved to be just as popular as the original show. In 2019, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, ASCAP, chose the music on the cable show for its Top Television Series award. The popularity of both Gold Rush and Parker's Trail has been a moneymaker for Discovery, and both shows have brought in strong ratings for the network. When his show premiered in 2017, Parker was only credited as a main cast member, but in 2018, he was also one of the executive producers of his show, according to IMDb. Since the second season of Parker's Trail, Parker has been listed as one of the main producers. It doesn't end there. Throughout his journey on Gold Rush, we have witnessed his entrepreneurial spirit and leadership skills, which have driven his mining operations to new heights. These accomplishments not only prove his skill in the field, but also contribute to his growing net worth.
This year, to keep his costs to a minimum, Parker has cut his crew in half.
Yeah, this season, this is it. Right here.
Parker's financial success stems from his dedication to gold mining and his strategic management of the family business. The combination of impressive yields and his involvement in reality TV has further amplified his earnings. With each episode of Gold Rush, he reportedly earns between $10,000 to $25,000, adding another layer to his already substantial wealth from mining. These diverse revenue streams, including mining operations, reality TV earnings, and merchandise sales, collectively shape Parker's financial landscape, making him one of the notable figures in the gold mining world. Looking back at the 5th season of Gold Rush, Parker made history by achieving the largest single-season gold haul in the show's history. He mined an astonishing 3,372 ounces of gold, worth over $3.7 million. This remarkable achievement solidified his status as one of the most successful and skilled miners in the industry. Additionally, his strategic approach to investment diversification in various mining projects may prove to better enhance his financial stability. Recent studies show that Parker has also capitalized on his public persona through merchandise sales and sponsorships, which further contribute to his wealth. Although he is still in his 20s, Parker Schnabel has accomplished more than miners twice his age, and he doesn't seem to be done. Returning to Gold Rush every new season to showcase his expertise in finding and digging up gold, Parker hopes to place himself high up in the Hall of Fame. And with Parker's achievements reaching new heights with each new day, it is safe to say he has worked his way to the top of the mining industry, emerging and maintaining his position as the star of gold mining and the Gold Rush show. Parker Schnabel's expertise and experiences in gold mining have inspired him to share his knowledge with others. He has authored a book titled The Making of a Young Gold Miner, where he provides insights, tips, and lessons learned throughout his extraordinary journey. This book has become a valuable resource for aspiring miners and fans alike. Parker also strongly believes in giving back to the community and has demonstrated his philanthropic nature through various charitable endeavors. He has supported organizations like Make-A-Wish Foundation and has actively participated in fundraising events to help those in need. His generosity and compassion make him not only a successful miner, but also a humanitarian. There is still more to cover on this amazing young miner's life.
So since you're 16 years old, you've been sort of the person in charge of $1 million operation.
His determination, expertise, and relentless pursuit of success have earned him a loyal fan base around the world. In addition to his mining success, Parker's savvy use of best ways to earn money online has showcased his entrepreneurial spirit. But even with his focus on mining, Parker has also shown a strong commitment to environmental responsibility. He actively implements eco-friendly practices in his operations, such as reclamation techniques and responsible land use. This demonstrates his dedication to sustainable mining practices and preserving the environment for future generations. In the world of gold mining, Parker Schnabel shines like a nugget among pebbles, appearing as the star of the Gold Rush show, regardless of the obstacles he had faced along the line. From getting shot at during an episode of Gold Rush to encountering wild animals, you never know what may happen next on the show. And there's little doubt Parker will continue to find himself in plenty of drama as Gold Rush continues to air. Parker has been on the series since it first debuted in 2010, and although he had to start from the bottom and make his way to the top, his journey from a young enthusiast to a millionaire proves that hard work pays off. With 11 seasons of Gold Rush in the can, as well as some spin-off shows thrown in the mix, Parker certainly has plenty of fond memories of his time digging for gold. But when he was asked during the aforementioned Facebook Live Q&A about what his favorite memory was, he responded that it was being mentored by his grandfather. Indeed, from the first couple of seasons the two were on Gold Rush together, It was evident that Parker and John shared a close bond. The bond is probably even more cherished by Parker today, considering how he has stated in interviews how difficult it is for him to maintain friendships and relationships. According to Distractify, Parker once stated that all the guys he used to hang out with had moved on, and as he had also done the same, there wasn't really much time to keep up with their relationship.
Parker doesn't give me any slack being his girlfriend. When we're working, he just treats me like another crew member. I like it that way.
Basically, the digging keeps him busy, and we're sure that his grandfather would be proud of all he has accomplished so far. Although Parker's relationship with his grandfather still remained a part of him even after John's death, one relationship the young miner had to let go was the one he had with his friend and cameraman, James Lavelle. What started out as a little misunderstanding erupted into constant arguments over routes and planning the expedition. Eventually, they called it quits. James left the group, and their friendship ended altogether. Regardless of that loss, Parker has pushed forward, making waves as the Gold Rush show travels around on a quest for gold, digging up massive amounts of gold, buying new and improved equipment to aid his tasks, and managing a team with members twice his age. Parker Schnabel has his eyes set on a goal, and with his savvy investments and relentless drive, you can expect Parker's net worth to keep climbing. As he digs deeper into new projects, who knows? The next big strike might just be around the corner, ensuring Parker remains a name to watch out for in the mining industry. But what do we know about the first Schnabel to mine gold, John Schnabel? Is his grandson following in his footsteps? Well, let's find out. Exploring the life of John Schnabel. Born in Kansas on February 11, 1920, John Schnabel is a name that resonates with fans of the Discovery Channel's reality series Gold Rush. And considering his occupation of mining for gold, Schnabel's net worth is huge. John gained widespread recognition as the patriarch of the Schnabel family and the owner of the Big Nugget mine in Alaska. His wisdom and passion for gold mining made him a beloved figure on the show. John's life was marked by perseverance and a relentless work ethic, traits that endeared him to audiences worldwide. Although his journey into gold mining began later in life, it quickly became a central theme of his legacy. But that was just the beginning. John's appearances on Gold Rush put him under the spotlight to show not only his mining expertise, but also his role as a mentor to his grandson, Gold Rush's Parker Schnabel. Parker, who has since become a prominent figure in the gold mining industry, often credits his grandfather for instilling in him the skills and values necessary for success. Even with facing numerous challenges, John Schnabel's dedication to his family and his craft didn't change until his death on March 18, 2016, at the age of 96.
I do want you to have a wonderful feeling for someone who becomes part of your life. That's all that's important. And so, good luck. Good luck.
But before going into a life of gold mining, John was a bootlegger who fled to Alaska to escape the authorities who came looking for him for brewing bootleg alcohol. It was a matter of fight or flight, and John chose the latter without any hesitation. At age 19, he joined his father on a sawmill in Haines, Alaska, after reconnecting with him after he left when John was 11. During his time in Haines, John went on to champion the Alaska timber industry for over 4 decades as a business leader in Haines, building mills at Jones Point, in the woods, and his largest and final mill, Schnabel Lumber Company, on Lutak Inlet in 1967. Including stevedores, mill hands, loggers, and others, he used as many as 120 local workers. He operated a hotel, lumber yard, and hardware store, and built Main Street's Gateway and Heisler buildings, as well the Parts Place building. He became the town's only captain of industry and one of the valley's largest landowners. But when World War II broke out in 1939, John decided to join the Army. He joined the U.S. Army Air Corps after the attack on Pearl Harbor and served his country from 1941 to 1946. During the war, John was stationed in the Pacific Theater, where he faced the rigors and dangers of military service. His role in the Army Air Corps involved various responsibilities, contributing to the war effort and gaining invaluable life experiences. This period of his life was marked by challenges and growth, laying the foundation for the leadership qualities he later exhibited in his mining ventures, as seen in Gold Rush. This experience played a significant role in shaping his character, instilling in him a sense of discipline, resilience, and patriotism that would carry through to his later endeavors. After witnessing the horrors of war, John vowed to never let it happen again, and he returned to Haines with a renewed sense of purpose and passion. He became the mayor of Haines for several terms and was involved in many community projects. He was a generous and kind man who loved his family and friends. In 1950, he married Irma Dyra in Haines. She had a daughter from a previous marriage, and they soon added 4 more children: Deborah, Sandra, Roger, and David. Irma's sister, Allie Cordes, was one of the Fort Seward pioneers, and Marty Cordes worked for John. John's brother George joined him in Haines and went on to own the power company. George was as easygoing as John was intense. They were very close, and when George died in 1993, John was visibly shaken, something that wasn't seen often. John was a skilled mechanic who could fabricate machinery from scraps, and he didn't hire engineers to build any of his mills.
In Haines, he built roads and bridges and was the mayor, just, one of the founding fathers of Haines.
Rather, he sketched the designs on tissue paper. The day after John completed a major expansion of his father's first mill at Jones Point, it burned down. Forced to start over, he took 2 small mills into the woods. Roger said the portable mills were where his father's genius was, and they were his most successful. John walked away from the forest products industry and made the decision to develop other businesses. But just before his 80th birthday, John fell off the roof of his mining cabin while shoveling snow. He was alone at the time and drove himself 30 miles to the clinic with broken ribs and a cracked pelvis. At the recommendation of his doctors, who told him that he needed to stay active after undergoing a triple bypass, John took a bold step and bought a claim at Porcupine Creek in 1984 and named it the Big Nugget Mine. He went placer mining at his Big Nugget Mine outside of town. For fun, mainly, with Irma and old friends, including fellow former mayor Frank Wallace, and eventually his grandsons. John stored his gold in baby food jars in an old safe, selling just enough to pay mine expenses. As time went by, John got more involved in gold mining and started making more money from the venture. The Big Nugget Mine became the foundation of John's fortune. Under his ownership, the mine produced significant quantities of gold, bolstering his financial standing. Stay tuned, cause this next part is sure to keep you glued to your screens. In early 2009, John was approached by the executive producers of the Discovery Channel for an all-new reality show. John loved the idea and became a reality TV star when he appeared on the hit discovery show Gold Rush, which followed several families as they searched for gold in Alaska. Gold Rush's producer, Ed Gorsuch, said when he met John, he knew he'd found an authentic Alaskan character. The show garnered high ratings and substantial viewership. It likely earned John even more income through the television series and related promotional activities. John's entrepreneurial spirit and hard work were key factors in his financial success, ensuring a comfortable legacy for his family, most especially his grandson, Parker, who took over the business at a young age. After teaching both of his grandkids how to look for gold, he entrusted the mining operation to his 16-year-old grandson, Parker Schnabel, in 2011. Parker, who had had an interest in mining from the age of 5, was thrilled to be part of the family business and was eager to not let his grandfather down. Although Parker was now at the head of the whole thing, John was always around to advise and support his grandson, who looked up to him as a mentor and a hero. He also shared his wisdom and humor with millions of viewers, who admired him for his spirit and resilience, as he kept appearing on the Gold Rush show for his spirit and resilience. But even though John was around for the first 2 seasons, his health didn't allow him to be on the 3rd. As a recurring guest star on the series since its first season, John joined his heavily featured grandsons Parker and Payson Schnabel on Gold Rush. As John became increasingly ill due to old age, he handed the reins of the Big Nugget mine to his grandsons and started taking a passive role. He survived a heart attack, prostate cancer, and even old age. In 2016, he celebrated his 96th birthday surrounded by his loved ones, and he passed away peacefully on March 18, 2016, leaving behind a legacy of gold and glory. John Schnabel was an inspiration to many and is dearly missed by his family and fans. At the time of his death in 2016, John Schnabel had a net worth of $5 million, a reputation as an astounding gold miner and grandsons who turned out to be the core crew members of Gold Rush and excellent gold miners. Thanks to the Schnabel family, gold mining has been moved from being an outdated activity done several decades ago to a means of amassing a great fortune. Do you think Parker would be able to keep up with these long line of successes? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click on the next video on your screen. You will enjoy it.